Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Beauty, also known as the Rich Aunt because of my bank balance. I call and address myself as a rich aunt. Someone was asking a question the other day to say, Abu Rich Aunt, please gather here. Do you guys call yourself rich aunts because really you have a lot of money, or it's simply because you guys don't have kids? And Mina, I am that rich aunt with the bank balance. Yabo rich aunt. You can comment down below with your account number and I'll show you good thing you're rich aunt. I'm joking, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to say thank you so much, guys. The channel is growing. We are currently on 198 subscribers, and I believe that by the end of this video, we will be sitting on 220 subscribers. So you know what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna just pause a bit and we're gonna give everyone that's not yet subscribed to the channel to quickly press the subscribe button, and then we will continue. Thank you. Welcome to the family. So yeah, welcome. So today we are doing a career conversation. So on my platform, we do all things money conversation, career conversation, and personal growth. So today we're doing a career conversation, and this conversation is inspired by the fact that in this week I was celebrating a work anniversary. So I just unlocked 10 years of work experience at Capitec Bank. That has a very beautiful ring to it. So this girl has been employed for 10 years at one of the best retail bank in the country. So I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of my journey, and I'm so proud of where I am right now, and what made this work anniversary to be extra special as that on the 2nd of May, I was welcoming a newly appointed employee that just started working for the bank. So it was giving full circle moment, as I welcomed my new BBC. I felt so honored, especially for the fact that it's happening on that day. I was like, God, you are amazing. It really felt like a full circle moment because I looked at the girl. She's sitting there in her black and white, and I was like, this time, 10 years ago, I was exactly where that girl is. I just got into Capitec, and yeah, it was my first day, and I looked at her and I'm like, wow, God, you are so amazing. Here I am today standing and addressing my team, and yeah, so it really felt so beautiful. It really felt like it is a milestone, it really is a milestone to be where I am right now. I am so grateful. I am so honored. I really, this week has been about reflecting, looking back at where we come from, thinking about all the challenges that I came across on the way. When they say that when you are faced with a challenge, just know that there's growth coming. So really, I've seen a lot of growth in myself. I've seen myself conquering a whole lot of challenges, guys. This 10 years, it was not easy. I faced a whole lot of things. I faced a whole lot, guys, of challenges, but then, like I said, challenge comes with growth. So I've seen a huge improvement. Like, I've seen myself grow. Like, there's so much growth that has taken place in my life since I joined Capitec Bank. My confidence level, the way that I show up, the way that I can stand for myself, the way, like, my level of faith, like, everything has really elevated and has really grown. So yeah, I look back, 10, what's this? Facebook never disappoint. It will hit you with that 10 years ago, and like any other day and any other special occasion, I always post somewhere, right? So on Facebook, it showed me Vele, the 10 years memory. And it was a picture that I took on my first day at work. I was wearing this white shirt with black pants, and I looked so cute. I was 22 years old by then, so I looked so slim, and I really saw that, whoo, sisuka kude, and really it has been a week of reflecting. I was thinking of how I traveled to work on my first day, how my first day felt like. I was nervous, my confidence at that time, it was not where it is right now. I was that girl that was very shy, and I look back and I'm like, girl, you have really grown, and I'm so grateful, for everyone that has inspired my journey. My journey has been inspired by a whole lot of beautiful women that I look up to, and men as well. There's a few men that I've met in the journey that believed in me and that told me that, Wena, you are good. One day you will be part of management, and last year, when I was celebrating my 9th year anniversary, I wrote that this time next year, I will sure have the branch manager's position. And let me tell you, when I was writing that post, it was not like there was something on the pipelines. It was not like there was a vacancy available. There were no vacancies at that time. But I just felt it in me that this time next year, when I celebrate my 10 years anniversary, I will be a branch manager. And there's power in words. We write our stories by speaking these things into existence. I'm a huge fan of the book of Habakkuk. Is it chapter 2 or chapter 3, where it says, write the vision down and put it somewhere, And I wrote that vision, I put it on Instagram, and obviously my Instagram then goes to Facebook. And as it was showing me the memories, 10 years ago and a year ago, I saw that, what? God is real. The universe really works with us on things that we want. And I look back, I'm like, there was no vacancy available. I was, yes, I was showing up with everything in me, but bekunganalanga kuyathembisa or bangithembisile. Nobody promised me this position, but I felt it in me that, what, I come 10 years, my 10, because every time you celebrate like your 5 years, your 10 years, you get a new name badge with the number of years that you've been in the company. And I told myself that when my name badge comes, year 10 year, it will come with that branch manager title. And my God, it has. Ibona, it is like that, So this, like yesterday, was it yesterday? A friend of mine that I come like from far, like even before I was working for Capitec, he used to work for, there was this merchandising company, VMS, and by then I was doing my 3rd year. We met in a train. He was on his way to work and I was on my way to school. So we were in a metro rail train and we met, and so he's one of the people that has been part of the journey, and he was so proud. When I got promoted, he was one of those people to say, I knew it, that one day you will be this person, And yesterday, he came to the shopping center that I work at. He was going shopping for something, and he came with his wife and was like, I want to show you something. And the wife was like, what do you want to show me? Then they came and they say hi, and then like he was like, look, like it was like, she's a branch manager. And I was like, and he's one of the people that really have been there, and he understands my journey. He understands how I've always showed up my best. He knows, man, he's been there my whole life, literally. And even with him, I've seen the growth in his life. I've seen him, transition from being a merchandiser. He's now a businessman. He works for City of Tshwane. He's a metro police officer, and he's doing great things. He's a businessman. Ibona, and my journey akalia high. He's one person that really gets it. So as he came, like he was so happy. Bona, he was the first person to say, hey, when that name badge come, please take a picture and send it to me. And the fact that yesterday he passed by work and he was like, I just wanted to show my wife your job title, And I was like, so there's people that have really, really, in their secret places, have really believed that I can do this, and I've been supported by great men and great women in my life, the women who are in spaces whereby, Baba Bita Ing, when they say that people will have conversation in your absence, ne? To fight your battles, to really speak for you. I have those women in my corner. And every time I celebrate a work anniversary, I always think of them. I always think of Auspopi. I come way too far with that woman, and I know that she always has my back. Jeanette, Bubusi. I have a lot of people that have really invested in my own personal growth, invested in my career growth, like the women that will speak well of my name when I'm not in a boardroom. They will speak for me, and I know even today I'm standing here, I'm where I am because great men and great women spoke so good about me, and I'm so grateful, But then as well, this anniversary came with a lot of, it came with a lot of reflection, and as well, it asked a lot of questions like, so what's next? Is it this not the year that we are leaving the company? So it came with a lot, and I am challenged, because I believe that I have done my best. I have shown up my best way, and I'm looking forward to start a first day somewhere in a different company, and that is a desire that this 10 years came with, not because that it's not nice. It's nice. The money is good. The money is really good. Like it's nice. I've seen the growth. I've seen, the job that I do. I can do it. It's challenging here and there, but I'm enjoying it. And should I still do it for the next 5 years? Cool. But then it has really brought the desire for something new, for a different company, a different job title, So it got me going to my LinkedIn profile to see Ubuti, Yeah. So it has really done that to me, to say, what is your big next move, And I believe that we're still going to make magic out there, We're still going to do great things. And right now, I come with 10 years of work experience, and I started at Capitec Bank as a client service champion. I got promoted to a service consultant. I got promoted to an assistant branch manager. I got promoted to a branch manager. So there really has been growth. I must say, I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of, the work that I have put in, Obviously, for you to grow, you need to put yourself in the spotlight. And good spotlight, you will fail. Good spotlight, people will question you. People will try to demotivate you. There's a lot that happens in the spotlight, but if you want it, you really need to put yourself on the chopping block. You really need to put yourself out there so that people can know what you're about. And you will fail. People will forget about you, and people will remember you. And yeah, sometimes you'll feel like you're a young user. I remember when I was still an SC, there was a point whereby I was second in charge at a branch for about 2 to 3 years. And when come a vacancy, you have assistant branch manager, they'll tell you that you're not yet ready. But the job itself showed for itself, but then it was not yet time. And they will really tell you, you are not ready. Go work on this and that. And it has taken having to take feedback, and really working on the feedback. I remember I once went to this other interview and they told me that you are too much. You need to tone down. You can't be a branch manager you have this thing. It's too much. So you need to go and tone it down. And I went back. The feedback was not so nice, but I had to work on myself. So when you put yourself out there, it comes with a lot of rejections. The other day I was going through my SEP profile, where it shows you the history of the applications that you've sent through. And if I tell you the number of rejections before signing an offer, like before I signed my offer as an assistant branch manager, I think I had about 14 to 15 rejections, and it really shows you, Guti, you keep trying and trying and trying and trying until it is your time. So what I have learned in this journey is that, number one, when you are comfortable, you need to move to the next role. I was a service consultant for about 7 years. I was very comfortable in my role. I was born because I did the job very well. I knew everything about the job. I knew how to reach my targets, what to do to make sure that, I am that service consultant. And the more I got comfortable, the more I felt this thing pushing me to say, you need to go to the next thing, So I moved, I became an assistant branch manager. And a lot of times I had to say, hi, my name is Beauty and I'm an assistant branch manager, And so many times you will get, your people will, ne? But then it comes with growth. You will show up your best, and sometimes you will not even be recognized, but because you are not doing it for the people, you are doing it for yourself, it will really get you to where you want to be. When was it? Last week, I was traveling with my mentor. We attended an event together. So the event was named, or rather the theme of the event was, what is your next? It was, what is your next name? And there were great speakers. It was such a beautiful event. And I traveled with my mentor and it was so beautiful. And there was an activity whereby they were saying, ask your neighbor, what is your next name? And as we're having my next conversation, she highlighted something to me. She was like, my next is, especially because we are in the same space and she's my mentor in my career, it was more of a career conversation of what is my next, in the company that we work for. And she was like, what? My next is to really show up for God in the work that I do. And she told me, what? I don't work for Kheri, I don't work for people, I don't work for the managers that we are under, but I work for God. And I will always show up my best self, And that ignited something in me to say, what? Really, we don't work for people. You work for yourself and you work for God. People will be there, yes, ne? But then we always need to know, what do I work for? Who do I work for? The work that I'm doing. Because number one, as a manager, you work with people. People look up to you. And you need to really find a balance to find yourself, be a person, outside of the role that you have. Yes, you are a branch manager, but you are a manager that leads people. Currently, in most cases, we'll say we are not managers, we are leaders, And a leader shows up for people. Before you have a conversation about performance with someone, you really need to know how are they, like personally, how are they doing before you get right into the business part of it, So After attending that event, I also had to have a conversation with myself to say, what is my next? And even in this week, I was asking myself the same question, especially after the anniversary. I was like, what is my next move? And I'm really finding this conversation to say that I need to move to the next company, move to the next job role. I want something new, you know? So that's what inspired me in this week to say, you know what? Can we move? And when the time is right, oh Lord, I am ready to do so. So, what are the 5 things? Let me quickly share 5 things that have helped me grow and be content in the company. You know, there have always been politics in the company, you know, people left. And yeah, so what kept me grounded? Number one was knowing why I started. I always go back to that conversation. Why did I send my CV to Capitec Bank? There was a desire. I loved Capitec Bank with all my being, with all my heart. And I saw it as the best company. It still is. That was the why I applied. So every time Gushuba Gubahat, I look back at that day when I actually applied. The second thing that inspired my growth was the people that I surrounded myself with. There, I met a whole lot of very negative people in the company, and they are still here, you know, and they said that they were leaving. 10 years later, they are still here. But then surrounding myself with people that are positive, people that speak well of the company, has really made me to be content and to say, you know what, I'm on the right journey. The third thing was always look out for what can I do better? You know, that's what inspired me. I always looked at myself and said, what can I do better? And I knew that I can be a better manager, I can be a better leader, and that has pushed me to actually grow in my career at Capitec Bank. The fourth thing is a level of resilience that I have. I show up. You know, I really do. I will show up my best. I will fall, but I pick myself up very fast and I move. The fifth thing is being disciplined. I work in an environment that has a lot of temptations, you know, a lot of temptations. And being disciplined, I think my faith plays a big role in that. Being disciplined, doing things the right way at all times, that's what has kept me here. Because besides the fact that I can resign at any time, there's a fair share that I can actually be dismissed as well, you know. But being disciplined and really being grounded to my faith to say that I will always do things right at all times. You know, mistakes will happen, but when you have God by your side, there is nothing that you can conquer. I have done mistakes that almost costed me my job, you know, but because of my faith in God, it has kept me this far. So I think the biggest thing in all this is you need to have a belief system. You need to have something that grounds you. You need to have something that you rely on. So I rely on God. I rely on my faith to be the person that I am and to show up the best way that I can, to have the right energy at all times. Trust you me, it all comes from God. You know, to be optimistic, to be positive, it really comes from above. So yeah, we are here. I have 10 years of working experience, so if your company is hiring, I'm joking. So I'm a boss babe. I'm a corporate hun, and I have 10 years of retail bank experience. It's such a great moment, and I'm proud of myself, and I inspire you as well, or rather, I'd like to say, be motivated to try out the next role, to really show up and don't listen to what people got to say. At the end of the day, it is you, And yeah, so you are the one that sleeps with you. So if you've been sleeping with yourself with the same job title and it is not sitting well, then you need to work on it. So yeah, until the next conversation, I love you so much. I hope that this video will inspire someone to do great things in their lives. I love you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. We'll see how long have you worked for the company that you are working for. Till the next one. Bye.